Let's go to Badar, please, if you don't mind, and your next question.
Thank you, Michael. So, being the incoming chair for our municipal chamber, Brampton Board of Trade, I would be remiss if I don't talk about small to medium-sized businesses. Somebody here on the panel alluded the fact that 77% of all private sector jobs in Canada between the years 2002 and 12 were a result of small to medium-sized business activity. Starting with the Liberal Party, how is your party proposing to help sustain and help small to medium-sized businesses?
So right from the beginning, thank you for your question. We're going to reduce the small business tax rate from 11 to 9% to ensure that small businesses have the economic resources to hire more people, because at the end of the day, they're the backbone of the Canadian economy, and that's what drives future investment in our cities, and it ensures that how Canada grows. Canada grows through small businesses, and the Liberal Party's always been a good friend of small businesses, and we will continue to do so going forward. But it's not just in reducing their tax rates. It goes back to the historical infrastructure spending. How are we going to grow the economy overall? It's not just good enough to cut their rates. We got to ensure that there's a climate for each small business owner to succeed. So what are we going to do? We're going to ensure that we invest in transit. We ensure that we invest in affordable housing. We ensure that we invest in youth unemployment to ensure, youth jobs to ensure that they have an opportunity to join these small businesses. One thing in particular, the initiative, for 25,000 co-op positions across Canada, the Liberal Party will pick up the first $5,000 bill to ensure that small businesses go out and hire our students, will stimulate the economy across the board.
Thank you, sir. Rebuttal from the NDP, Martin Singh.
It's interesting. If we speak about voting records, I can tell you that the New Democratic Party has a long-standing commitment to this reduction in the small business tax from 11% to 9%. Not only are we running on it now in 2015, but I can share with you that when Jack Layton was our leader in 2011, we ran on the exact same thing. We introduced this particular policy in the House of Commons in late 2014, and the Liberals, in fact, voted against it. So I'm glad to see that they're recent converts to our particular plan. How, unfortunately, it's disingenuous for them to say that, they're truly committed. In addition to that, actions speak louder than the words. Provincially in Manitoba, an NDP government has reduced small business tax rate to 0%.
Thank you. And final rebuttal by Mr. Saul Butcher, Green Party.
Okay, one of the issues that comes in between small business versus big business is that big business has access to a lot of lobbying power because they have a lot of finances and they're very connected. So a lot of times when laws are made at the federal level, big business has a lot of influence over how those laws are made, getting exemptions for certain things they'd like exemptions for, and so forth. And it's very hard for small business to get considered at the federal level. Often what they have to do is band together in small business federations or associations. One of the things the Green Party is going to do is we're bringing forward a bill that will require that all future legislation consider the impact on small business and incorporate that into the discussion of the bill so that it's not dependent on lobbying. It's not leaving it to lobbying to make sure that small business is accounted for in legislation.
Thank you, Mr. Butcher.